Hello, hello, hello. How are you? We're back, and yeah, we're rocking the 1.5 pre-release, and this is broken. It's broken. Yeah. So they've changed the way dispensers work. Basically, as you may or may not know, if you power a dispenser permanently, it used to act as a redstone update detector, and lots of systems use this. It basically means that, like, if you press a button that's on a powered dispenser, it will dispense both on the button dip press and the button release. So if you've got water or lava in there, it will both dispense it and then suck it back up in one easy motion. Doesn't happen anymore. So yeah, the sheep farm is broken. It will need rewiring. I'll have to think about that because the way this works at the moment, you get when the redstone turns on, it used to dispense the water and or off. I can't remember which. It would, but in one direction it would dispense the water and open the front doors, and in the other direction it would suck the water. When the redstone switched again, it would suck the water back in and close the front doors. And now it opens and closes the doors, but after the initial dispense, it doesn't seem to then suck it back in at all. So, that is broken. Oh well, never mind. Baby cows still don't swim up from my testing. Plus, the lava blade cooker here will also be broken because it uses the same principle with the dispensers. I did think the farm would be broken, but it's not. And I think what that is because the dispensers get powered by a torch below them and on top of them. They're receiving two distinct pulses when the lever's flipped. So yeah, I haven't checked anything else apart from on the positive side. If we pop along here, nom 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 nom, and yeah, the endavator's working again. These double pistons are working just fine. So yeah, the double piston extenders are working again, and that is wonderful. And so we come to our current build. Now, last episode I said that it was obvious what I needed, what I wanted. That I wanted a building that was L-shaped with a diagonal bit in the middle, and I've kind of changed my mind, as you can see. So I extended this building back a bit this way so that I could fit 3 sets of windows in, because it just looked a bit funny with just the 2 sets of windows in. And that looks a lot nicer now. There was some comment about the use of nether brick. I quite like the contrast on this, and it's a bit of an aesthetic thing there. I think the nether brick goes quite nicely, that dark against the grey of the stone brick, and it kind of messed up the diagonal line, but it kind of set me thinking that really I don't want one building here. I've decided to go for 4 distinct bits of building here. So we've got the big hall, which is going to be, if we imagine like we haven't done this in a while actually, like a story for the place. We're going to have, so the big hall is like the newest bit, or rather, not quite the newest bit, maybe the second newest bit. The bit that this area here with the enchanting table is going to be the oldest bit, and then like over time, a couple of extra buildings have been built joining the two. So it's like they've merged together. They've not been designed as one whole building, and I think it gives a bit more of a random design to it, which is a bit more interesting. If we hop down here, I have installed, I think you'll like this, my Etho door. It's 1 wide, so it fits nicely, as nice as a piston door can in a building like this. And have a look at this opening and closing sequence. Oh, I really like that. I think that's a really nice sequence. I've got some pressure plates on the inside. Beautiful. I think that's pretty awesome, to be honest. I'm really happy with that. I have filmed a tutorial for this. I'm going to have to refilm it because a very minor part of it has been broken since the 09B or C snapshot that I filmed it in, and actually the snapshot previous to this pre-release broke it, but it's still broken, and that's the T flip-flop got broken. So I'm gonna have to refilm that tutorial, but that will come out next week when the full 1.5 release comes out. So yeah, I've put these slabs down as the floor. These are upside down slabs, as you can see, because I've got torches on. I think that's quite nice. I didn't want to put a stone brick floor down. I might put a design into this. My only issue is here. Slabs have such a nice texture when they are, let's see, here. Like that. This light dark thing here going on the transition, it just pops it out, makes it look a bit 3D, and it just doesn't carry when you use it as a floor material. I don't know if is it different if it's the top? No, it's the same. It just looks too flat. Now I could modify my texture pack. It wouldn't be too difficult to do that, and I may yet do it, but I don't know. Taking the bubbles out of the glass is one thing, but I don't know. Seems like maybe a step too far. If you're not going to use a custom texture pack, or you're only going to use clear glass, to then change the slab texture to make it look better, I don't know. So we'll have a think about that. I have put a stone brick floor in through here, and this is going to be less of a balcony. I'm actually thinking about it. I might and then glass panes along here. Like this, and do big windows. That might be something. So kind of like a semi balcony. along here, and then bring this in like that maybe. Yeah, and not sure about the roofs yet. They're going to be the last thing to go on. I'm actually thinking about a flat roof for the big hall, because if I put a pitched roof on it, it's going to end up being very, very tall, which might be cool, but I'm not entirely sure yet. In here, don't know, maybe an awning roof, like pitched, but basically diagonally up from there to the wall. And I'm going to step through to here, which I think now we're either going to have an entrance out this way from here or from here. I'm thinking probably from here, actually. We'll pop some let's see, 1, 2, 1, 2, yeah, pop some stairs like that, and then we can have a door here. Yeah, and then some stairs down into this area. And I've had a rethink about this area as well. This particular building, I'm going to do something which is possibly a little bit crazy. Maybe just a little bit. I'll rip this down here. I'm actually thinking about doing cobble walls. Let's see. Do actually do along here, like this, and maybe let's see, we'll bring cobble along here. And kind of do like a kind of every other level brick thing in the corners. Like that. Maybe in the middle as well. So that would be yeah. Like that. I'm thinking perhaps actually yeah, and then no. Let's have a look at that. And I think it will look better to have the brick thing in line. Yeah. Pop, pop, pop. cool. Yep. I think I'm digging that. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's I think that works okay. Maybe try something. Um, oh, dear. I wonder what it would look like to have very narrow window. Only problem with that is you can't center it in the cobble bit. Kind of breaks things up a little bit. Actually thinking, the only problem is what you see on through the window is the cobble on the other side. So what if we were to place them high up? Oh, no. Yeah, maybe, and that way when you look in through them, you'll see whatever the roof is made of, which is not going to be cobble, so it'll give you a little bit of contrast. I wonder... yeah, we can't really squeeze two in there. But we could actually squeeze two in there if we did this. Like that. Yes. Yes, that's much better. Right. So I'm going to poke a couple of those in each of these kind of cobble sections. Yeah, I'll come back to you. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. I do indeed like that. Oh, squid. Die. Yeah. Okay, so let's see. I think the final thing to do here is to frame this. Actually, yep, there we go. Yes. You notice I even put the windows here, even though this one's going to get covered up by a wall, because this building is meant to have stood here before this one, so the windows would have been there. So one of them's going to get covered up by a wall and still be visible from here. And, you know, like, because in, like, old buildings, really old buildings, ones that have been built and rebuilt and added to and have bits torn down and rooms have been knocked through and walled off, and all the various incestuous levels of building and rebuilding and remodeling and rethinking that go into old buildings. I mean, properly old buildings. You do end up with little quirky things like windows that don't go to the outside world. And sometimes they're boarded up or bricked in, but you can tell there was a window there. Sometimes they're not. And I think that's a nice little detail to have a window to effectively that goes from inside to inside. You know, thinking about it, I am thinking about it, and I'm thinking that it is probably incorrect to have. Oh, give me that back. To have these stone bricks on the inside. You know what I'm actually thinking? I am actually thinking that I'm going to get some of these. Oh yes. Room. Let's unload some of this. So, boop, boop, boop. And hopefully I've brought enough of these. And they shouldn't interfere with the enchanting table. Too far away. Yeah. Yeah. How can I say yeah? Have I got anything I can enchant? Why have I got a pumpkin? Why have I got pumpkins? No, they're too far away. I haven't got anything to enchant, but... Yeah, there we go. Not as plain as putting wood, not as nonsensical as stone brick. I'm actually thinking what I'm going to do now is... I've brought far too many of those. Let's see. Will this work? Will it provide enough contrast? Yes, it will. And oh, was I in the? I was inside the glass then. Right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some glass walls on here. And I figured this was the newest bit, just to finally once and for all join these two together. Hence the large glass walls. I think that's and the slab pillar there. Oh, anyway, I'll do that and come back to you. Yeah, that's good. I think what we're going to do is go for a flat roof. How will that look with that arch? So this wall will be stone brick because it's part of the older build. It needs to be at least that high. I think we'll go for a square there. Maybe a bit more modern. I don't know. I haven't got enough of these, but I think we will do a flat roof like that. Quite plain, but you know, a lot of modern building is quite plain and dull. And this guy has been watching me for ages. And then through here, now this needs to go. We'll put a window in there. Excuse me. Possibly borderline insane idea. Definitely borderline insane idea. There we go. Should I? No, because from the outside that's centered. Why for you have exposed dirt? Okay, so I'll have one of those, and I think 2. So this bit here is going to be a less ornate building than the big hall. These are add-on buildings, basically. They're not really, they don't really serve any function apart from to facilitate motion between 2 areas, basically. Well, this one is actually probably going to be, was probably an entranceway into this. They decided they needed a bit more room. And so they built an entranceway. These 2 buildings were to facilitate kind of moving between the 2 areas, I think. And yep. I think so. Yeah, so this building was built first, and this one has the doorways already. So this would have been the original entrance into this building here, and then they added this, and they put doorways going both over here and one over that way. Then this building was added, not really sure why. I think of something, maybe just for direct decoration, but there were already doorways over there, and this would have a doorway here. Maybe there was a courtyard here to the big hall, and then finally someone got tired of the rain and put a room over there. So pop. I think what we'll do, bring this along here, which means I need to take all of that off. No. Didn't time that right. Oh yeah, it's starting to look a lot better, a lot more substantial. I'll take that off in a moment. I think I might actually do another. Let's see how this works out. It's directly in line with this wall, which I don't want to be in line with this. I could bring it out instead, I guess, but then it would be in line with that. I could bring it back, but then it's too close to that. So what was I talking about earlier? Let's see, what material have we got? We shall board it up with something, brick it up. I guess we could use nether brick, maybe? it's used in other parts of the build. Maybe. X window. I might change that for smooth stone. This one probably would suit being arched, just to you see that Enderman flash by. In fact, actually I might do what I've done with that one over there and pop it so it kind of goes down at the top. Yeah, to match this one. Yes. Yes. This is wrong. I think it's going to have to be smooth stone. Which I shall have to retrieve from somewhere. And then... this one, this building here. So this building is old, but not as old as this. Nevertheless, so I think it needs to be stone brick, but it should be showing its age a little bit. Let's no. Where did that cracked stone brick go? Did I just pick up more stone brick? There we go. Let's mess this up a little bit down here first. I always like to put mossy at the bottom. Although it makes equal sense to have cracked at the bottom because of kind of the weight of the building on it. Yeah, and then let's see. Well, that's interesting. Kind of mirrors that. Not intentional. In fact, it's often better, I find. Just build the wall and then knock bits out. Let's see, how tall are we going to do this? Maybe that tall, maybe... we don't really want to match. We'll go one block taller than that building so it sits... so it's at neither this level or that level. Which would mean this one... this wall gets an uncharacteristic top of stone bricks, but that's because it was added later. And no. Stone bricks. Now, the only problem here is these doors are 3 wide, which kind of means piston doors. Would be a tight squeeze to fit any type of piston door in here. So I'm thinking actually what we're going to have to do is, it's a shame I can't get this to do this in a 2-block space. At least I don't think you can. Fairly sure you can't. No. When these were first introduced, you could do that and get it like to just make a 2 thing. but it doesn't seem to work anymore. So if we do that, that means we can just put standard doors in here. Actually, gonna have to be there. Yes, because if we put them here, we can do this. Molto bene. No. Pop. And we'll stagger this so they're not perfectly in line. Pop, and to finish off, you're dealing with all these big arches, and then putting these here just makes it feel so small. And yeah. How about we do that? That could be better. And then maybe pop, pop. That and that. Yeah. Yeah, it kind of opens it up a little bit. Kind of going for the illusion of these gaps, these doorways being bigger than they are. Right, so probably going to want to put iron doors in there at some point, but for the moment let's do this old trick. I don't think zombies are able to knock these down yet. Oh, that's a bad trick, isn't it? Put you there. Good. And nope. Yes. Okie dokie. Right, so we've not got any roofs yet, but they'll come. Let's go, and in fact, let's temporarily, before we do anything else, in fact I'm going to leave that niche there. Let's put a torch in. Let's go head out through the... Oh, have I... Cat. That's one problem with the etho door. Cat can come in. Might have to change that for a button. It's not difficult to do. I don't have the materials I need though. Okay, so head out through the awesome door is what I was going to say. And let's have a look. That's looking good. Oh, if only I could have Optifine's mip mapping thing to make the textures look better from a distance. Get on it, Mojang. But yeah, that looks like a proper little complex. It'll be the roofs that make it or break it, without a doubt. I think it's a lot more interesting than just having one unified build. And it was one of the initial goals set out when I started this LP, that I wanted to build in a way that was a bit more higgledy-piggledy, you know, random, like places that have been built over time. And I think that is an interesting shape. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. So yeah, quite a buildy episode today. But I did get to show off my etho door. I do wonder what happened to that tree over there. Maybe it was struck by lightning. I don't remember cutting down the tree, or I don't know, it's a mess. Anyway, yes, back on topic. Tell me what you think of this. I like it. I think, I need to put some torches on those walls. Damn it. I like it. I think it's got some interest to it. Kind of harking back a bit to the following the contours thing that I did with the tower over there. But rather than kind of actually following the contours of the land, I've kind of gone for kind of straight edge buildings kind of interlocked together to follow the land, which I think that's better. I quite like the change of material through from the cobble, the stone, bit of stone slabs over there, and then this massive edifice. But yeah, anyway, tell me what you think. And until next time, guys, take care of yourself. Bye-bye.